invite, huge round of applause, Ms.Akiko, please.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction, and thank you very much for gathering here today for this volunteer expo led by VSO Bahaginan. I'm very pleased to be here to introduce what is going to happen this year as a 10th anniversary of the International Year of Volunteers. We call it as IYV plus 10. And in the Philippines, we have a number of activities to be planned, led by PNBSCA, our national government partner agencies, Philippine National Volunteer Coordinating Agency. We closely partner with them, together with our foreign voluntary organizations, together with the CSOs, academia, many partners from corporate partnerships as well. In the Philippines, President Aquino has already proclaimed this year is going to be IYV plus 10 in the Philippines, and the official theme will be volunteering for Millennium Development Goals. Will hope, change lives, volunteer. This is our official theme to promote through the year of 2011. And number of government agencies has already circulated some kind of memorandum to mainstream this IYV plus 10 in their government services. For example, DILG, local government unit, they have also circulated to mayor and city mayors, governors, local executives to be aware of these actions about IYV plus 10. So throughout the national of the Philippine country, we are promoting this advocacy nationwide. Just to give you a background, what my colleagues from UNV, UN volunteers are doing here in the Philippines, just to give you some few slides about our program, so you will be also aware what we are promoting here in the Philippines to achieve the peace and development through volunteerism. Next slide, please. UNV, we call it UN Volunteers, United Nations Volunteers Program, is one of the organizations of UN and administered by UNDP, United Nations Development Program, and we have many offices around the world, and it's the agencies promote volunteerism to achieve peace and development. Next slide, please. And maybe you've already familiar with the volunteerism, and in the Philippines we have the special term in Tagalog, bayanihan is sharing together, living together. Those kind of terms are really specifically down to the cultural background of the Philippines. And we define volunteerism in the UN terms. It's a terms feature of all cultures and societies, fundamental source of community strength, and resilience, solidarity, and social cohesion. And this can help positive social change by fostering inclusive societies that respect their diversity, equality, and the participation of all. So the main role of UNV here in the Philippines, as well as together with the all volunteer organizations, could be facilitating the participation of citizens for development, including the achievement of the Millennium Development Goals. And also, volunteers could be a service provider, direct service provider down to the community, as well as the advocacy campaign runner for raising awareness what the volunteers can make a difference down to the ground, but together with the people in the community. Next slide, please. This is the three missions. We call it AIM, AIM. We do three things at the UNV: advocating volunteerism for development, integrating these volunteerism values into the various development planning. The UN agencies are also working in the field of Philippines. We try to cooperate with them, bringing the volunteers together with the programming projects. And of course, mobilizing the volunteers in the community, as well as the policy enabling making activities as well. So all comes to the achievement of peace and development for all through our volunteer spirit, again through Bayanihan spirit. Next slide, please. Yes, next slide, please. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, UNV Philippines promote overall sustainable human development, which includes the attainment of Millennium Development Goals in the Philippines. There are a number of challenges, of course, positive things happening. One of the tackling agenda for MDG in the Philippines will be maternal mortality rate. The maternal health is one of the key issues, as well as primary education. Some kids still cannot go to school, and that is also one problem. And HIV/AIDS basically is a little bit pressing issues in the urban city area, like Metro Manila, Cebu, in the big cities. So those kind of things could be shared with us all, and volunteers can lend a hands to initiate something in the community, as well as in the bringing the advocacy campaign at the policy level. Next slide, please. This is a current profile of UNV Philippines. We have 2 national Filipino UN volunteers working in conflict-affected areas of Mindanao, together with the UNHCR, and 1 national UNVs we are expecting to be on board in Manila for specific advocacy for IYB Plus and to strengthen our advocacy. And 6 international UNVs from different countries, from France, Japan, Spain, and also Philippines. They are working in the Philippines together with a number of agencies. And amazingly, we have more than 600 UNV Philippines support volunteers online. We can call their support on the basis of the needs of our activities, projects, events. We have mobilized a number of volunteers. And also over 200 Filipino international volunteers are working abroad. And this is quite one of the top numbers in the country, in the world, and we would like to promote this deployment of UNVs in abroad as well as in the Philippines throughout this 2011. And online volunteers, you also amazed that we have more number of assignments online. Even though you cannot be physically in the Philippines, you can lend your hand through online, and this is one of the approachable ways that we can reach people through online by any time, anywhere. Next slide, please. This is the statistics of UNV worldwide. It's a big goal 2009, but you could see the big figures. More than 8,000, almost 8,000 volunteers mobilized around the world. And they're from different countries, of course, more than 150, and more than 50% are women, and more than 14,000 online volunteers. This is quite amazing numbers. And next slide, please. And this is to show how UNV works in the ground for peace and development. One of our comparative advantage will be sharing the quick impact of relief, humanitarian assistance, as well as peace building. And UNV always represent the human face of the UN assistance because we mobilize people on the ground for the needs of the people right now. Next slide, please. And what will be our agenda for this year, together with IYB Plus 10, of course. We have identified volunteerism as a cross-cutting strategy for development planning and for UN assistance as well. So we are promoting that this volunteerism, mobilizing volunteers, as well as facilitating the participation of people in the community, as well as the decision-making process of policy, programs, projects. We could really enhance the efforts of peace and development, including MDG. And the focus area could be, of course, MDG, education, health, HIV/AIDS, and environment as well. And one of the key issues will be disaster risk reduction and management, as we have experienced ongoing and prepared in the past few years. Also, natural disaster is quite often happening in the Philippines. So with the volunteers, we can mobilize the quick assistance for the community and probably formalize this in the volunteer infrastructures from the policy level to the community. And we are hoping to work for it with PMBSC and as well as many partners. and governance, citizens' participations for policy making and decision-making processes, as well as public-private partnership. One of the things I think it was shared during the last sessions, corporate volunteerism. This is actually already happening in the ground of the Philippines, and we also would like to support these ongoing initiatives by bringing the support for the government services to attain the MDG and bringing the support from private as well as public. And together with all the stakeholders, we could really make a difference from the existing partnership to the maybe new partnership we could create for this year through maybe IVIB cluster. Next slide, please. Just this example how we work on the ground. The UNV is talking to community leaders as well as the people living in the community, how they can rebuild the society after the conflicts for development. Next. Thank you. This is UNV talking to one internally displaced people in the conflict-affected area in Mindanao as well. Building the trust in the community through our voluntary services is also one of our challenges, and as well as comparative advantage. The next slide, please. We also would like to call for more support for local volunteers working in the community. A number of volunteers and the youth has been expressing the interest to join the volunteer services, but sometimes they don't know where to go, how to reach the right people, organizations. So we would like to start providing the necessary information through the network of maybe Luzon, Visaya, Mindanao, maybe together with you all. I think we could really create a network of volunteers in the Philippines so that when people need assistance, we can quickly deploy the volunteers as a service providers as well as campaigners for that development. Next slide, please. And finally, the IYB Plus 10. As I mentioned in the earlier, the Filipino official theme, which is quite unique, that we have already made our official theme, volunteering for MTGs, and it was programmed by the president. And the Filipino local theme is build hope, change lives, volunteer. So a lot of people welcome to join these efforts of IYB Plus 10 here in the Philippines by reaching us or VNBSA or many other volunteer organizations to initiate something for achievement of the Millennium Development Goals. You could really start something from scratch, just share the information about IYB Plus 10 or what volunteers can make in the community or school. Just sharing information will help. And from there, we can really construct what actions can be taken and what actions we can really make with the different partners in the society. And the lists are some of the achievements we have made. Official calendar for IYB Plus 10. Every month, we have the theme for IYB Plus 10. This month, March, is Millennium Development Goals 3. So gender equality, empowerment of women is one of our themes. And next month will be HIV/AIDS, and the May will be maternal health. So please visit our website www.unv.org.ph. There is an official calendar as well as in the PNVSC's websites. We can really promote each MDG goal by different month, showing your commitments for volunteering for the Philippines through achievement of the MDG. Thank you very much. And information, I think I took a long time. So yeah, you can reach the information through our website.
Thank you very much, Akiko. Without much ado, I'm just going to